It's our top story today at 5. New bombshell evidence released in the Crystal Rogers murder case. Prosecutors believing that there was a woman involved in this crime.
WDRB's Valerie Chin explains why she will not be arrested.
For the first time, we're seeing and hearing Steve Lawson's police interviews, some as recent as last year. Wearing a blue and white Y'all Crazy t-shirt at 2 of his interviews, investigators are questioning Lawson about a timeline of events after Crystal Rogers went missing.
He was being asked whether or not Tammy Lawson, who was his wife at the time, was on the Bluegrass Parkway at the same time with him and Joseph Lawson picking up the vehicle. There's proof that, based on cell phone usage, that we could show Steve Lawson was at mile marker 14 after he got off a phone call with Brooks' house. He drove to mile marker 14. Tammy Lawson was also on the Bluegrass based on cell phone coverage. We believe she was also involved in the crime.
But Lawson says he doesn't know why his wife was following them in a car.
She was just crazy. She got mad. She didn't give a she couldn't get down to the end of time.
Rogers was last seen with her boyfriend Brooks Hauk during the 4th of July weekend in 2015. Her car was left running on the side of the Bluegrass Parkway with her purse still inside. She's presumed dead, but her body was never found. But prosecutor Shane Young says Lawson has changed his story about Tammy's alleged involvement and other facts in the case too.
Telling us that Tammy was on the Bluegrass, that she wasn't on the Bluegrass, that he knew the car was going to the Bluegrass, and then he didn't know the car was going to the Bluegrass. There's numerous examples.
And it's those inconsistencies that Young says led to the immunity deal not happening for Lawson.
They didn't put this in writing, so they're controlling the agreement. And they're trying to tell the court, and you heard them say that they breached this agreement because they had to tell us 100% true, and they didn't do that. And on the other hand, they controlled the means of what was said and what wasn't said.
And we're learning about more evidence in the case. Construction equipment that Young says Steve Lawson was using.
The Bobcat, which is also referred to as a skid steer throughout the interviews, we believe to be used in the crime. We believe to be used or was to be used in the crime.
Steve Lawson had this hearing because he wants his case dismissed, saying he was promised immunity. The judge didn't make a decision on that yet. Steve, along with his son Joseph and Brooks Hauk, are all expected in court next month to discuss whether the cases should be tried together or not. Valerie Chin, WDRB News.